Thanks for joining us on the Ramsey Consulting Services blog. We help small and mid-sized businesses simplify technology and stay secure so you can focus on growing your business. Today we're talking about social media profiling. Let's get into it. In a world where personal and professional lives often blend online, social media can feel like a natural place to share updates, celebrate milestones, and connect with others. But while you're networking, liking, and posting, cybercriminals may be quietly watching and collecting information. Social media profiling has become a common tactic in modern cyberattacks. By understanding how it works, you can help prevent it from being used against you or your business. So, what is social media profiling? Social media profiling is the process of gathering personal or professional information from individuals' online profiles, usually on public or semi-public platforms. Some of the data might seem harmless at first glance. Job titles, hobbies, travel plans, and workplace details. But to cybercriminals, it's a blueprint for exploitation. They're piecing together anything that can make their social engineering attempts more effective. If it's online, it's potentially in play. Common platforms attackers monitor include LinkedIn for job titles, company names, and organizational relationships. Facebook and Instagram for personal interests, family members, and vacation plans. Twitter or X for opinions, affiliations, and conversations. And TikTok for personality traits, interests, routines, and emotional states. How cybercriminals use social media profiling in attacks. Social media profiling is a gateway to more serious threats. Once attackers gather enough information, they can tailor scams and attacks that appear authentic and urgent. Phishing and spear phishing. Attackers use personal details to make phishing emails appear authentic. A malicious email becomes far more effective when it references a recent trade show, a coworker's name, or the recipient's actual job responsibilities. For example, "Hi Tamar, it was great to see you at the Chicago conference last week. I've attached the white paper you requested." Business email compromise. By reviewing LinkedIn and other public profiles, attackers can learn who reports to whom. They can impersonate executives, vendors, or clients, often convincingly enough to trick someone into sending payments or sensitive information. For example, an attacker impersonating a CFO sends a well-worded request to an employee in finance, asking for a wire transfer to close a deal. Credential stuffing and password guessing. Pet names, favorite bands, kids' birthdays, they all make appearances in social media posts. Unfortunately, these same details often make it into passwords. Once attackers have a few personal facts, brute force attacks become much more effective. And here's a tip. Avoid using any publicly shared personal info in passwords or password reset answers. Physical security risks. A quick selfie at the airport or a check-in from a conference might seem harmless, but for attackers, it's a green light. They now know who's out of the office and possibly who's covering for them. For example, an attacker might use your absence as an opportunity to impersonate you or contact a colleague with an urgent fake request. Pretexting and social engineering. Once a threat actor knows who you are, where you work, and who you interact with, they can craft a narrative. This type of manipulation, called pretexting, often forms the basis for a phone scam, phishing email, or even an in-person attempt to gain access to physical spaces. For example, "Hi, I'm from your IT vendor. I saw your recent post on the XYZ upgrade. We're excited about it too. I just need to log onto your system to finalize the setup." How social media profiling puts SMBs at risk. While larger enterprises often have dedicated security teams, small and mid-sized businesses may not prioritize security monitoring or realize that solutions like managed detection and response, or MDR, are well within reach. This makes them especially vulnerable to attacks fueled by social media profiling. Employees are often encouraged to represent the brand online, but without clear guardrails, this can lead to oversharing. Even one well-meaning post can give attackers the clues they need to start targeting your business. Because SMBs tend to have flatter org charts, fewer processes, and close-knit teams, attackers often find it easier to impersonate others and move laterally through the organization. How to reduce the risk of social media profiling. The goal isn't to scare anyone away from social media. It's to promote thoughtful use and digital self-awareness. Here are practical tips to help your team reduce their exposure. 1. Review privacy settings regularly. Make sure posts, connections, and profile details are only visible to intended audiences. Default settings often favor exposure. 2. Be mindful of what you share. Avoid posting sensitive or overly detailed information about projects, travel, or company operations. 3. Verify connection requests. Don't accept requests blindly, especially on professional platforms. Look for context, mutual connections, and inconsistencies. 4. Keep work posts vague and professional. Celebrate achievements, but skip the fine print. Details about vendors, infrastructure, or staffing changes can help attackers build a narrative. 5. Use strong, unpredictable passwords. Steer clear of anything tied to your social presence, like birthdays, pet names, favorite bands, or teams. Strong, unique passwords are good, and passwordless authentication methods are even better. Awareness is your best line of defense. Cybercriminals thrive on people not paying attention. Social media profiling works best when users underestimate how much they're revealing. But once employees understand how their online presence can be weaponized, they can take meaningful steps to protect themselves and their organizations. Security awareness isn't about restriction, it's about empowerment. The more your team knows, the better they can recognize manipulation and deception. We hope you found this useful. For more insights on cybersecurity and business development, visit us anytime at ramseycs.net/blog. If you have questions about our services and how we can support your business, don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks for listening and take care.